present you now the exterior design of the car. The new Clubman concept shows a lot more width than its predecessor. It's sitting very well on the road. It has this perfect stance, which I'll show you later in the rear, and it's very grown up to me. It's very mature and very pure design. So we try to eliminate every element which is disturbing. It's showing aerodynamic features. I can walk through this later, and it has a different level of style and perceived quality. So if you start at the front is very, very wide. It's very iconic. It's still mini, but it has a very sporty appearance, and this we emphasized with the aero features like the air curtains, for example. The whole front end is aerodynamically optimized, and besides that also we're showing a very dialed up and very upscale chrome frame area. So if you will, so you can find checkered flag theme in the three-dimensionality of the grille. We have these very nice integrated fog lamps which are mimicking the whole theme of the daytime running light, and yeah, as I said before, we want to keep it pure and simple, the whole thing. Then if you walk around the car, you recognize immediately that the chrome finisher is executed three-dimensionally. There's also kind of an air duct integrated in the chrome finisher in front of the front screen. Typically mini wheels, which are giving a lot of stance, which are three-dimensionally executed and very hard to produce, but showing also kind of this appearance of exclusivity and sportiness of Mini. Very British as well, very well fitting to Mini. Behind the front wheel you find for the first time for Mini the air outlet that's called air breather. It's very nicely integrated in this bed. That's also kind of a typical Mini theme, and above that holistic and very nice integration of the wing mirror. Typically Mini, also the connections between wing mirror and side scuttle. Also the chrome details of the exterior are executed in a different way. There's electric door openers which are shown in chrome, but also kind of a first for Mini and kind of a further development of the very iconic Mini themes. Looking at the rear wheel, you find a huge muzzle above it in the fender, and this is for us kind of really important. It's leading towards the rear, the very wide rear, and the very, let's say, characterful rear, which is totally newly defined for Clubman. It's showing the biggest difference and showing a next level of exclusivity and sportiness. So if we move to the rear, you see this enormous stance sitting on the road, and with every Mini we try to show what the car is capable of. So we wouldn't show something if the car wouldn't fulfill later on the customer needs or the customer expectations, let's say, which were created through this car. You will also recognize that this car is kind of a 4-door car, whilst the predecessor, or let's say 6-door car, whilst the predecessor was a 5-door car. And as I said before, we are always trying to stretch the bandwidth. How far can we go? How much Mini we still achieve by changing a concept, and how can we fulfill the customer needs. So, and Mini always is kind of a friend. It's not just a car, it's kind of a family member and seen as that by our customers, and therefore we try to emphasizes this friendly looks in front view. These LED daytime running light, which is executed in a ring here, is kind of underlining or underpinning this icon. You find kind of the chrome ring executed or doubled in light, and this is for us a very nice and very subtle design feature. Coming to the taillights, as I said before, also here a chrome surrounding, very British, very mini, but the inner is also very technology driven, very futuristic, and same time reduced. So we believe that this circular shapes, which are in kind of a repetition shown here, is a very strong and iconic Mini theme, and we want also that Mini is recognized at first glance in night view. If you drive behind a Mini, you should see, wow, that's a Mini, and therefore we are looking for a very iconic shape. At Mini we have a lot of icons, and we're always trying to further develop these icons. So you find here and there some overlaps, but in general this concept is completely new. And as I said before, the future approach of this car is important to us. So heritage is kind of an advantage for us. And we don't want to make it a burden or something. We just want to make it an advantage, and I think we did very well for this concept here.